Greetings, the Hijabi Gamer here, and it is a dark, dark day in New Jersey. Remember this date because it will be a day that goes down in infamy. Now, originally I was going to make a totally different video, but then I got an alert on YouTube from Fox News that, basically ruined the rest of my week. So apparently, if you've watched my channel for a while, let me just start with this. If you've watched my channel or my live streams, you know there's one person in particular I really don't like. And that is Governor Phil Murphy of New Jersey. It has nothing to do with him being a Democrat. Even before I never liked him. I really don't like Phil Murphy. I have made it clear multiple times. I hate him. So I was about to start another video and I got an alert on YouTube from Fox News that Phil Murphy claims victory over the gubernatorial election. It's something like he's winning by like 1,200 votes, which is insane. And I am hoping Jack Ciattarelli demands a recount because in New Jersey there's no automatic recount. You have to demand a recount. So I'm hoping, given the ridiculously small margin, that there are recounts. However, he is claiming victory, and dear God, this is just going to... I can't believe this garbage excuse for a governor is supposedly going to be back running New Jersey for another 4 years. I really, really hate him. He locked down our state, and what did it do for us? What did it do? We have anything to show for it? We are repeatedly at the bottom among the worst states when it comes to the COOF. And yet, we have had some of the strictest rules in the country. What has it done? I can't forget that day, one of the most frightening days, where I'm in work and all of a sudden they're like, yeah, we're shutting it down. They're shutting us down. The idea that the government can come into your business and you're doing nothing illegal and tell you, shut it down, still haunts me. The fact that it's like they don't care. It's just shut it down. We don't care if you have any way of eating. We don't care if you... No, we don't care. Just shut it down because we are the government and we said so. That just one of the worst, most horrifying experiences. I have never forgotten that. And the fact that it's done nothing. We're still wearing diapers on our faces in New Jersey. And why? Florida is 1,000,000 times better than... Even when Florida is at its worst, it is still better than New Jersey. And the way he talks to us, like we're children, like we're stupid. I've never gotten where he's like, if you behave, I'll keep the park... He said, if you behave, I'll keep the parks open. We put you in power. You treat us with some degree of respect. We pay your salary. While some of us weren't getting salaries, you were. And you talk down to us. How dare you? And yeah, people were like, oh, well, you don't understand. People are stupid. You need to talk down to... No. That's not how you talk to the people who put you in your position. You treat us with respect. Throwing around saying, oh, you're not welcome in New Jersey. Oh, if you don't like it, just leave New Jersey. Like you have the power to just tell people to leave New Jersey. Or, I've lived in New Jersey longer than Phil Murphy. I grew up in New Jersey. I went to school in New Jersey. He came in from Massachusetts and just go back to Massachusetts. You'll do less harm for us to New Jersey when you're off in Massachusetts. And now we find out from Project Veritas that he's lying and he's going to bring in more mandates. You know, it's interesting. Everyone talks about New York, but nobody talks about New Jersey because a lot of the stuff that happened in New York, people were surprised when I mentioned this in a live stream. A lot of the garbage that happened in New York happened in New Jersey and is happening right now in New Jersey. I was surprised because I had not heard about it anywhere, but my father told me thousands of hospital employees are being laid off in New Jersey. Brilliant, Phil Murphy. That's just brilliant. I love to hear that. You know, if I fall off my bicycle, there's probably not enough people there because you fired all of them. But he also killed Grandma, just like Cuomo. He did the exact same thing. You'll hear it sometimes when they mention it, they'll mention New York and New Jersey. But we let that guy back in again. The guy who killed thousands of grandparents? Yes, he's back in power. Excellent job. I'm really hoping they ask for a recount. I cannot believe this garbage excuse for a governor is supposedly going to be running the state for another 4 years. So yeah, like I said, it on the one hand, it makes you realize that your vote has meaning when the margin is so small. But at the same time, just knowing that if he talks big, he talks about, he claims to care about New Jerseyans. Well, first of all, you're not a New Jerseyan. You're not. You're not one of us. Go back to Massachusetts. But all this garbage, you listen to him. Last year, he'd do all these live streams where he claims to care about New Jerseyans, but from my own personal experience, no, he doesn't. He only cares about your vote. The moment you voted, that's it. And the fact that he wants to bring in these mandates while he sits on his butt getting paid and people are getting fired left and right. For what? Name a single state any of this has done any good in. Any state. Florida is better than New Jersey. If Phil Murphy genuinely cared about New Jerseyans, you know what he'd do? He'd get up off his high horse and turn to Ron DeSantis and say, what are you doing in Florida that's so much better? And how can we do it in New Jersey? You look at the state where things are better and you ask them, how can I fix New Jersey? But no, you just want to order around, throw your weight around because all you care about is getting your big salary. You don't care about us. I'm just... Like I said, I don't care what side of the aisle he's on. I have never liked Phil Murphy. He hasn't done anything to gain my confidence. And the fact that he's flat out lying, that Project Veritas exposed that he was flat out lying, even if you agree with the mandates, which I don't see how, because they haven't done any good anywhere except destroy the economy wherever they hit. The fact that he's lying. He may be lying about something you agree with in one hand, but he might later lie about something else. At the very least, Jack was a new guy. And, I'm really hoping this gets turned around because I don't want New Jersey to turn into another Chicago or New York. Or where all the other places that are falling apart because of... Seriously, he should just go to Ron DeSantis and ask him, Ron DeSantis, Governor DeSantis, what are you doing in Florida so that we can do the same in New Jersey? Instead, he's not going to do that. He's going to just do what Biden tells him. I would choose Cuomo over Murphy. Yeah, that's how much I really hate Phil Murphy. I would choose Cuomo over him. Anyway. Again, at the very least, it makes me feel like my vote has a meaning. It's made me realize that I need to get more active and involved. And maybe I'm going to make... You know what? I'm seriously considering making a video a week. My weekly New Jersey message to the governor rant. It's probably going to get more attention than writing him letters because those don't work. I tried. I sent him over 200 letters with my email address and my phone number. I even tweeted at him with pictures of the envelopes. I hid my own address, but it was pretty obvious. Hundreds of tweets saying, hey, did you get this? I called. So maybe if I make some videos, they'll catch some attention and maybe watching you, Governor Murphy. Anyway, that's my rant because I'm just really disappointed. And though I'll add one other thing. It was kind of cool to see people talking about New Jersey. Most people, they don't really talk about New Jersey very much. So it was like I kept just re-listening to parts where they're like, and in New Jersey, it's like, wow, you're actually talking about New Jersey. You know, we're one of the original 13 colonies. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. Comment down below. And hope to see you in the tower.